Over the past 9 weeks, I have taken on a unique challenge live on stream with the goal of turning this into this. I'm Nerdyjojo, your local virtual nerd, but you can just call me Jojo. Now, let's get into it. A few years ago, I acquired this used copy of Pokémon Black. The only issue, it was missing the original paper cover and was replaced with this. Generally, this is not an issue I should be concerning myself with, but I'm a content creator with a graphic design degree, so we know where this is going. Cue my 9-week project. Before I could start, I needed to decide on the scope of the challenge. This is the most important part. Without a scope, this could end up going on forever. And even I'm not ready for that, so I decided just to do the front cover and spine. With the scope, I could now figure out what I needed to create to make a believable game cover. I decided on 5 main points. Art of the box legendary Pokemon. A background. Game title logo. A Pokemon logo. Additional elements such as the rating details. With the necessary components established, I was able to start my work. Day 1 started with a hand cam in my sketchbook. Since most Pokemon game covers look very static, I wanted to add some movement. The easiest way to do this was to draw Reshiram in an action pose. I drew a few simple poses, and when I found something I liked, I moved into Photoshop. In Photoshop, I started with a very simple sketch to get the basic shapes onto the page. After, I moved on to a second sketch where I focused on refining the shapes further. Then my drawing tablet broke and I ended the first day. I didn't have to do this. I did this to myself, and now my drawing tablet isn't working. Very sad, very sad. Before day 2, I fixed my drawing tablet and continued on with my sketches. And everything was going fine until my drawing tablet broke again. I never used to have problems with it. And now it decides that, no, this is not allowed. But this time I knew how to fix it, so it was just a question of waiting for my computer to restart. After a short delay, everything was working again, and I kept going until my drawing tablet broke again. This is gonna be a running theme, isn't it? Before I could even start my stream on the 3rd day, I broke my VTuber model with some top-tier quality scuff. I really broke something like, of course, 10 seconds before the stream calibrate. Okay, there we go. There we go. Look at me. Wait, where'd my mouth go? Oh, wait. Excuse me. Good quality scuff, everyone. I managed to fix it for the most part, but the mouth wasn't tracking at all, so I just tried to ignore it and move on with the stream as planned. After about a half hour of work, my drawing tablet broke again. But by this point, I am a seasoned pro at fixing it. After the repairs, I was able to finish the line art and lay down the base colors. On the 4th day, I needed to fix a few things that were bugging me. They just didn't look right. Granted, it may have been because I've been looking at the drawing for too long at this point. After I fixed the issues, I moved on to the eyes and tried to add highlights. And then my drawing tablet broke. After yet another restart, I finished the highlights and ended the 4th day. On day 5, I started drawing the shadows and had a very deep talk with chat about my goals and finding happiness, before moving on to silly topics like anime tacos. And I will now give you 3 seconds to guess what happened next. If you guessed my drawing tablet broke, my drawing tablet didn't die throughout the entirety of the stream. Victory! Victory, finally. Finally, something good happened. My plight is over. On day 6, it was time for the logo. I started with a failed hand cam, followed by a half an hour of creating a logo that I think vaguely looks like an energy drink, but we'll ignore that part. Then came the part that I was not looking forward to, creating a new Pokemon logo. I didn't want to use the original because I feel like I could probably get in trouble for that, so I needed to make my own. The issue, I would never be able to compete with something so recognizable. After another half hour of trying, I decided that I would just write it in a nice font and call it fine. Day 7 was the background day. I had enough of drawing at this point, so I decided I would find some nice copyright-free images of the sky and use them to create a composite for the background. With some blend modes, I created this. It has a fantasy feel with some drama and very nice colors. The issue was now our Reshiram looks a little bit out of place. But with some simple color edits using the blend modes again, our dragon now fits into his new world. Day 7 was longer, and I also worked on some supporting elements. I created some graphics such as the ratings, as well as made some edits to the Pokemon logo, aka just the word I typed out, before placing a little bit of Comic Sans in the ratings, just so we all know that it's not real. And on the off chance that my college teachers see this, I'm sorry, chat made me do it. Between day 7 and 8, I exported all the files I needed and measured the original paper insert and used the information to create the InDesign file. Day 8 was focused on layout. This was the last major hurdle in my challenge. I opened my InDesign file and imported all the components I would need. It was finally time to put everything together. I had to go back and re-export and import some of the files, but seeing the whole project come together and everything not looking too mismatched made me very excited to see how it would look printed out on the game case. Between days 8 and 9, I planned on printing the file out at my local Staples, but when I went to the business center, I discovered that if a file is smaller than the standard 8.5 by 11, it's scaled up. Not cool, Staples. Yes, I'm adding them on this. Anyways, I had to get the file printed off at the desk, which meant I need to talk to people. It was awful. But they were nice, so at least there's that. On the 9th day, there was only one thing left to do. On hand cam, I cut the design out and placed it in its rightful place. I was so happy to see everything finally together at last. It was a great moment. And that was the conclusion of my 9-week challenge. If you made it this far, I'd like to thank you for watching, and if you enjoy what you saw, please consider leaving a like or a comment. I really enjoyed working on this, and I want to do more in the future. So leaving a like lets me know that this is good. This is good. Anyways, thank you. Bye.